Sometimes the scariest stories are the ones rooted in reality. Forget jump scares and over the top horror. Barot House is a film that quietly creeps under your skin and refuses to leave. Today, let's talk about this underrated psychological thriller that proves Bollywood still has the power to shock us. Not with star power, but with substance. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into the deep sea of Bollywood and bringing out one of the finest gems out of it. So grab your seats because this film might shock you to the core. But before starting the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe our channel. Barot House is not your normal Bollywood drama filled with songs, glamour, predictable twist. Instead, it's a slow, unsettling descent into a family's darkest secrets. From the very first frame, the film sets a tone that is tense, intimate, and real. There are no distractions, no unnecessary frills, just pure storytelling that pulls you in and refuses to let go. What makes the movie truly special is the way it builds its atmosphere. The house itself almost becomes a character. Closed spaces, suffocating silences, and an aura of something not quite right. Instead of bombarding you with dramatic music or exaggerated scares, the film trusts its environment, its pauses, and its characters' emotions to create tension. It's not about shocking you every 5 minutes with sudden twist. It's about keeping you on edge, making you feel the unease growing with every passing moment. The slow burn pacing is deliberate. At first it makes you lean in, and then suddenly you realize you are trapped inside the world of the Barot family. Just as suffocated as they are. Another strength is its subtle storytelling. Nothing feels forced or spoon-fed. Every expression, every silence, every half-finished sentence carries weight. The film expects you to think, to question, to feel, and that's what makes it more immersive. Watching Barot House is less like viewing a movie and more like viewing a silent observer of a very real tragedy unfolding. You don't just see the father's breakdown, the mother's despair, or the children's fragility. You experience their suffocation, paranoia, and fear. This isn't cinema that shouts with flashy effects or exaggerated emotions. This is cinema that whispers, and that whisper is more chilling than any scream. And then comes that moment, the heart-stopping reveal of who the real criminal is. Until this point, the film keeps you guessing, planting seeds of doubt in every direction. You think you understood, you form theories, you even start suspecting different family members one by one. But when the truth finally comes out, it doesn't just shock you, it destroys you. What makes the reveal so powerful is that it isn't delivered with flashy music or dramatic camera tricks. Instead, it unravels with chilling simplicity, quite raw and brutally honest. And that's exactly why it cuts so deep. Because the moment you see the truth, your brain races back to every little detail, every silence, every uneasy look earlier in the film. And suddenly, everything makes sense. The reveal doesn't just expose the criminal, it rips open the fragile fabric of the family itself. It forces you to confront a terrifying question. How well do we really know the people we love? The idea that such horror can come not from strangers but from within one's own home is what makes this climax unforgettable. The brilliance lies in how the film doesn't glorify the criminal, nor does it turn the reveal into a gimmick. It leaves you shaken, disturbed, and thoughtful. You don't live with excitement, you live with silence. A silence heavy with questions about trust, love, and the hidden darkness that sometimes exists behind the most ordinary faces. This is not just a twist, it's a scar, the kind of revelation that stays with you long after the movie ends. The performances are truly the backbone of Barot House. This is one of those rare films where the cast doesn't act, they became one. Take the father's role, for example. His performance is layered with anguish, rage, and helplessness. You can see the torment in his eyes, the breaking of a man who is both victim and suspect of his own circumstances. It's not about the top melodrama, it's a chillingly restrained portrayal that makes you uncomfortable because it feels so real. The mother's character is fragile, vulnerable, and yet holding on to the thin thread of hope in the middle of a storm. Her expressions often say more than dialogues could, reminding us how silence can sometimes scream the loudest. And the children, the heart of this story, bring an innocence that makes the film all the more unsettling. Their presence feels genuine, not like child actors performing lines, but like real kids caught in a situation too dark for their age. Together, the ensemble creates an atmosphere so authentic that you forget you are watching a film. This is where Barot House shines. It doesn't chase glamour or star power. Instead, it proves that when actors are chosen for their craft and not their Instagram following or stardom, the result is unforgettable cinema. What makes Barot House even more disturbing is that it isn't born out of pure imagination. Rather, it's inspired by true events. Here it is important to understand that the film is loosely inspired by a real crime case, which means the film is not completely based on real story, just the basic concept has been taken as inspiration. And trust me, it is truly worth it. The story borrows from a real crime case in India, a reminder that sometimes reality is more horrifying than fiction. This isn't just a thriller, it's a mirror held up to society, forcing us to confront truths we had rather look away from. In the late 2000s, a series of shocking incidents came to light. Cases where children within a family were murdered under mysterious circumstances. These crimes weren't committed by strangers or outsiders, but were traced back to within the four walls of their own homes. Barot House doesn't recreate these events word for word. Instead, it takes inspiration from them, weaving a fictional story that captures the same sense of horror, disbelief, and claustrophobic tension that surrounded the real case. The film's power comes from this blurred line between facts and fiction. You watch it knowing that while the characters are fictional, the darkness they represent is terrifyingly real. It's this based on true events undertone that makes the film so haunting. Because after the credit roll, the question lingers to your mind. If this could happen in one family, could it happen anywhere? I won't talk more about the story because you might guess the criminal because of it. And one small suggestion, if you haven't seen the film yet, then don't search for it on YouTube as lots of spoilers are available and it can ruin the whole thrill of the film. And if you are interested to watch the film, then you can check it out in Z5 app. If Bollywood wants to survive in today's era where audiences have access to Korean dramas, Hollywood thrillers, and world cinema at their fingertips, it needs to have champion content like Barot House. We have seen what happens when the industry keeps running after the same handful of stars, producing formula films with bloated budget but empty stories. Audiences are getting smarter. They crave freshness, authenticity, and powerful storytelling. Movies like Barot House prove that you don't need 200 crore and a superstar to make a gripping film. What you need is a strong script, dedicated actor, and the courage to step away from cliches. And here's the biggest truth. It's not just on Bollywood, it's also on us, the audience. If we keep ignoring films like this, if we only reward flashy blockbusters and ignore meaningful cinema, we are equally responsible for the downfall of content. Supporting movies like Barot House is not just entertainment, it's an investment in better storytelling for the future. And this lesson Barot House gives us clearly. Cinema doesn't need to survive on star power, it survives on storytelling. Too often we run after big stars, thinking their names guarantee good cinema. But what happens? The industry keeps pouring crores into formula-driven blockbusters, while genuinely powerful films with brilliant actors are ignored or buried. This obsession with star culture has already weakened Bollywood, making it predictable, repetitive, and frankly, lazy. We have already talked about this on our paycheck obsession video, you can check that too. Actors like the ones in Barot House may not dominate magazine covers or rack up millions of followers. But when they are given a strong script, they deliver performances that stay with you for years. These are the actors who remind us why we fell in love with movies in the first place, because of the stories and the emotions, not the red carpet appearances. If Bollywood is to survive in this era of global streaming, then films like Barot House must be encouraged, supported and celebrated. And that can only happen if audience break out of the star-chasing mindset and give fair chances to other actors. Running after big names might give us box office fireworks, but it will ruin the soul of cinema. Supporting fresh talent and authentic content is the only way to save Bollywood from collapsing under its own weight. Barot House isn't just a film, it's an experience, a haunting reminder of how fragile families, trust and love can be. Bollywood has diamonds like this hidden beneath its glittery surface, but it's up to us to recognize them. So next time you scroll for a movie, remember, real cinema doesn't always come wrapped in star power. Sometimes it's the quiet, forgotten gems that leave the loudest echo. This was my take on Barot House. If you haven't watched it yet, give it a chance, and more importantly, give cinema a chance. Because stories like this are what can truly save Bollywood. So here comes the end of the video. Do let me know about your opinion in the comment section. Also don't forget to like, share and subscribe.